Hello, it's Jerry Davison. Agreeing the company's share value up front with HMRC is a vital step in the EMI process because it has a huge impact on the employee's tax position. Having said that, the valuation of a company for EMI schemes is different from valuing a company for an investment round or a commercial sale. For an EMI scheme, the lower the share price, the more beneficial it is for the employee. First, the cost for them to buy the shares is lower, and second, they don't pay so much tax. Usually, we'd base the valuation on an average of profit after tax over the last 3 or 4 years, having made any adjustments such as adding salary costs for directors who are actually paid mostly in dividends. We'd then apply a multiple to the average profits to produce a market valuation for the whole company. Having calculated the valuation, we'd then request what's known as a minority shareholding discount on the full value for the following reasons. 1, an option holder receives only a small percentage of the shares, and therefore they have very little voting power compared with holding the whole 100% of the company's shares. And 2, there will typically be restrictions on the option shares. For example, they may lapse if the employee leaves the company, or they might be non-voting shares, and these restrictions also reduce the valuation. Usually, we obtain a discount of up to 75% on the full value per share. That value is confirmed as agreed by HMRC and will be valued until a sale of the company or for a maximum of 10 years. This means you can set the option exercise price at that agreed value, and there will be no income tax liability for the option holders when they exercise the options and buy the shares. Alternatively, you could set the price lower and they would pay income tax on the discounted amount as a benefit in kind. When they sell the shares, any gain over and above the exercise price paid will be charged capital gains tax at only a 10% rate. As an example, let's say the commercial value of a company could be 3 million if it was sold tomorrow to a very interested trade buyer. For tax purposes, however, we might value the company at only 1.5 million. For the EMI options, where an employee is getting, say, only 2% of the shares, that value could then be discounted down to 375,000. This delivers a massive benefit. Generally, HMRC is quite supportive of EMI schemes as a matter of policy, and their valuation division understands that in an entrepreneurial company, the employees may be risking their livelihoods to work there. In a situation where a company has received external investment from business angels or a VC, HMRC will of course take the investment valuation into account, but will usually allow some discount to the investment round price. Factors such as investors getting SEIS or EIS tax relief, or the existence of warranties and other investor protections, and perhaps the right to appoint a director, are all reasons to argue for a discount for the EMI shares. We have several times agreed EMI valuations much lower than the investment valuation. As an example, an external investment valuation might be £2 per share, but HMRC agrees £1 per share for EMI options. Thanks very much.